Alright everyone, welcome back to my channel, Baseball Talk with Nick Morgan. Today we're talking about the Tampa Bay Rays potentially being the first ever team to play in two different cities in one season. This is actually really exciting. We got the news last week and I'm finally getting the chance to make a video on it today. This is kind of old news, but there hasn't been much going on in Major League Baseball recently, like headlining wise, so I thought this would be something cool to talk about. And honestly, it could be really interesting as we see the upcoming seasons and the Tampa Bay Rays. We're going to get into all the information right now on what's going on. So essentially, as I mentioned last week, the executives of Major League Baseball approved the idea where the Tampa Bay Rays can experiment with the idea of playing in both Tampa and in Montreal, Canada. Now, it's actually really cool because we know the Montreal Expos used to be a team before they became the Washington Nationals. One huge player on that team, Vladimir Guerrero, and of course now we see his son on the Blue Jays, who's the other team in Canada. So it'd be cool to see another team north of the United States border, and we can kind of extend the sport a little bit more, because at the moment, the Blue Jays are the only team in Canada, the only team outside of the country that play in Major League Baseball. And the Montreal Expos were once a team. I think it'd be cool. Now, they didn't get the best attention there. They didn't have the most fans. But I think now with the Blue Jays already being in Canada, I think it attract more people to this new stadium. It's actually really cool because the manager and like people working with the Rays said that if they do work with the idea, the first half of the season would be played down in Tampa Bay, and the second half would be played up in Montreal, Canada. So one stadium would be empty, I guess, for the first half or for one half, and then they switch over. And the Tampa Bay Rays are becoming a really good team. We could see them in the playoffs this year, and if they continue to kind of just rebuild and fix some pieces, they could potentially be a World Series team. So maybe we see that in Montreal very soon. Now, the thing that I'm like questioning here, and this of course is very little meaning at the moment, but like where would they play playoff games and such if they were to get there? And if they were to have the All-Star game hosted, would they go to Canada or would they stay down in Florida? You know, very little adjustments, very little questions that I have, but I think we really could have kind of explored the idea. And this is the first time ever Major League Baseball is seeing this. We, had a team up in Canada before, the Blue Jays, but now we're seeing a team that could play in the U.S. and Canada. And from what I've heard, the Tampa Bay Rays were toying with the idea of making a new stadium down in Florida. So I don't know if that would run through. I think they said that there were like budget problems where that could not happen, but maybe we see them create a new stadium in the U.S. and then a new one in Canada. Again, I don't know how this is going to work. There's not a whole lot of finalized details, but the manager of the Tampa Bay Rays said, of course, their primary goal is winning, but if they can go ahead and get this done, I think it'd be really cool for baseball history, baseball fans all over. You have the New York Yankees and the Boston Red Sox going to London later this week, actually, this upcoming weekend, which is really cool. It's the first time baseball's ever been played there. Prince Harry's already said that he's going to be attending at least one game. So imagine the stretch and the more fans that this team can reach by playing in Canada. Now, I don't know how early or late this would take place, if it would be like as soon as 2021, because I would assume they need to build stadiums, so I don't think it'd be next season, but it could be very soon, and I honestly don't think it's a bad idea. We haven't seen this ever, and maybe the Tampa Bay Rays won't be the only team to do this. Maybe you'll have a couple teams, maybe, you know, one team like the Arizona Diamondbacks would split time between Arizona and maybe Mexico, and, you know, go like across the border here and there as well. Like, who knows? The possibilities are endless, really, if you're thinking about this. Now, they can't travel too far because you need a team going in and out, at least one team going in and out every series. So it can't be something that takes more than like a couple hours to visit and to fly to. But again, I just think this is really exciting and really interesting. And hopefully this works out, because even if it's for like one season, or, you know, maybe even if they go for half of a season splitting time between Tampa Bay and Montreal, and then if they don't extend it for a full 162 games, it should be really fun to see and really cool to witness. And as Major League Baseball fans, you know, Rob Manfred and all of them are really just trying to attract more more fans to this sport. And I think this is a great attempt of doing so. We are going to different places in the world to play series. The World Baseball Classic is amazing as well, because we see players from all over the place. And it's really cool just to see everything coming together like this. And if this happens, you already know I'm going to be streaming a lot the second half of whatever season this is implemented, because that's going to be crazy. I mean, seeing a stadium in Montreal for the first time since the Expos, and I've never seen a team up in Canada other than the Blue Jays and Rogers Center. So super exciting stuff. I hope this plays out. Let me know down below what you guys think, if you think Montreal would be a good fit for the Tampa Bay Rays to go, and if you think this is actually something that can be done. I mean, I don't think the Rays would have a problem with it. They'd grow more fans, they'd grow a bigger fan base, and of course with that, they'd probably earn more commission and money from attendance. They'd be able to go out and get better players, they'd be able to improve their team, and maybe one day, within these next couple of years, be a World Series champion team. So, really cool stuff, and a lot to think about here. I personally like the idea and hope that we see this happening in an upcoming season in Major League Baseball. So guys, that's going to end this video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to drop a like down below, comment, and subscribe. Again, let me know what you think about this two-way team, Tampa Bay Rays and Montreal Expos. I don't know what they would do with the team name. If it would just be the Rays, it'd be like the Universal Rays, or the Tampa Bay Rays and the Montreal Rays. Who knows? Comment down below what you guys think, idea-wise too, if you think they changed the name. I know I'm asking you guys to talk about it a lot down there in the comment section, but I'm always ready to have a conversation with you guys, so get it started down below. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you all next time. I hope you enjoyed this video. Peace.